Hi everyone, my name is Kaan and welcome to another incredible video. Today I will show you an astonishing effect that you will be able to do within minutes of practice, and I can assure you will get incredible reactions with this. So if you like the following video, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up on this video right now, along with comments in the comment section below, and of course please don't be one of the many people watching the video without subscribing to the channel. So after you have done those basic things, let's get started with a quick performance. So guys, for this effect, I will need you to shuffle the cards. And once you have done so, I would like you to split the cards roughly in half and take either pack for yourself. Let's say you want to use this pack over here, meaning I will get to work with this pack. Now, from now on, I would like you to repeat my actions. Like this, for example, you take the cards into your hand, take one card from the center of the deck, take a look at it, remember it, place it on top, and the cards on the table. So now I have one card in mind from my pack, so please do the same with your cards. So you go into the center, take out one card, remember it, and don't show it to anybody. Once you have done so, it goes on top and the cards on the table. Now, here's the second thing that we will do. I will give you my pack, meaning I will get your pack. Now, I will take your card, which I know is on top of the pack, and I will just cut it roughly into the center and lose it in the pack. So you do the same. You take my card from the top and you place it roughly in the center of the deck. Now we would like to mix up everything a little further, meaning I will give you around a half of my cards, so please take them and give them a shuffle. Perfect. And of course I will shuffle my half here and we will put everything back together. And of course, as you're repeating my actions, you will give me around a half of your cards that I will here just shuffle. Perfect. And you will shuffle your pack and everything goes back together. Now we will do one last thing. I will take my pack, cut it at a certain point, and I will place the remaining cards just the opposite way around here on top of the pack. So please repeat the same thing. Cut the cards, okay, here for example, and mark the spot. Now let's recap what happened really quick, right? We did a lot of things here. We started with a shuffle pack of playing cards that you shuffled and that you split into two halves. Then both of us worked with two halves of the pack. We switched them around, we shuffled them, we made selections, remembered them, lost them in the pack. So many things happened. What are the odds that I have cut my pack, which actually was yours, that I cut exactly to your selected card? For the first time, what was it? Great. And what are the odds that this card that I cut to is indeed your ace of spades? Cool, I know, but you know what? There's one thing missing. As you did with your ace of spades, I remembered one card too from my pack, which was the nine of hearts. So what are the odds that you cut exactly to the nine of hearts, my thought of card? Difficult, but definitely possible. So guys, let me teach you this incredible effect. If you like what you saw, please make sure to leave a huge thumbs up on this video right now, along with comments in the comment section below, and of course a subscription on the channel. Now this is just such an impossible effect, but probably one of the easiest things that you will ever do. What you need is a pack of cards that can be shuffled by your spectator, or should even be shuffled by them. And after they have shuffled the cards, they will split it into two halves and take either pack for themselves. Let's say this one over here. From now on, you explain that this is an effect of the sort do as I do, meaning they will repeat your actions. So you will just take the cards into your hands, the spectator repeats the action, takes it into his own hands. Then you go into the center of the pack, take out a random card and you pretend to remember it. From the spectator's point of view, you really remember the card that you just took out, but for you, this is irrelevant. Now you remember the card, supposedly, place it on top, and then everything goes back on the table. So now the spectator does the exact same thing, takes a card from the center, really does remember the card they just took, in this case the 3 of spades, and places it on top of the pack. At this point, both of you supposedly have one card in mind, but actually the only important card is the one that the spectator just remembered. Now you switch the packs, and again, you will supposedly lose each other's card in the center of the pack. To do so, you take the cards into your hand, and the action that you're mimicking doing is the following. Right? So you place the card in the center. What really happens is that you do a slip jog. Right? A slip jog is basically faking taking the topmost card into the center. However, this one is just a random card. The selection is really still on top. If you can't do the slip jog or don't know how it's done, there should be a link somewhere on the screen right now that you can click on and learn the slip jog from. So now you basically do a slip jog with their card and you supposedly lose it in the center, but again, it is really on top. As they are not aware of what you just did, they are just gonna think that you really put their selection in the center, so they will lose your supposedly remembered card that you do not care about into the center. So now you are in this point where both selections seem to be lost in the deck. However, you will go one step further and you will even let both packs shuffled by your spectator. What this means is the following. You're gonna take your pack and you are going to give around the half of the cards from the bottom to your spectator, right? And you will just shuffle the cards in your hand. Notice, the selection is still here on your pack, so these cards are just irrelevant again. To shuffle the cards in your hand, you can do any shuffles that you want, you just have to keep the 3 of spades on top of the pack, right? So you can give these cards a riffle shuffle if you want to, and keep the top card on top, or just an overhand shuffle where you just keep the top card as it is. Now they're repeating the same thing with their pack, and once they are done, the bottom pack goes again to the bottom, and even though you shuffle the card along with the spectator, their selection remains on top of the pack. So now, again, as this is a do as I do effect, we will repeat the whole thing with their pack. So they are gonna give me a half of their cards and we will shuffle them, right? As they are shuffling the cards, you are gonna shuffle them, you will stop, and before you put these packs together, you will take a look at the topmost card of the pack that you just shuffled, right? So you just shuffle the cards, and as they are shuffling or placing the card on the table, you just spread the card from your point of view and you clearly see the topmost card is the 7 of hearts. This is just a very casual thing that you do, right? So now I know it's a 7 of hearts and I place my cards on top of theirs. Now, here's the important thing. You know now the topmost card, which is a 7 of hearts. So please do not forget that card, because at the end you will pretend that the first card that you remembered at the beginning of the effect was the 7 of hearts, even though it was not. So that's one of the secrets. Here's now the last part of the whole do as I do actions, which is you're gonna take around the half of the cards from the top, place them on the table, take the remaining cards and place them like in the other direction on top, right? This is a cross-cut force on yourself, right? So they repeat the same thing, they cut the cards and the other cards go on top like this. Now you will just put their focus on something else, right? So you do want them to forget that this part of the pack was the top and this is the bottom, right? And to do so, the best thing is to recap what happened, because you did a lot of things. They shuffled cards, they split them, they remembered the card, you did remember card, we lost them in each other's packet, we shuffled each other's packet, etc., etc. After you recap what happened, you're gonna put the focus back on to your pack here and say that you cut to one card in the pack, even though this is the top portion of the deck. But of course, your spectator will have no clue about that anymore. So now you say, I cut to this card in my pack. What was your card? Of course, the 3 of spades, and you of course guarantee incredible reactions with that. Then you shift the focus on top of their pack that they have cut to one card, and before they reveal it, you say that your card was the 7 of hearts, which is the card that you remembered as you place the remaining cards back on top of theirs. And this is the moment where they will just amaze even more with their own skills. And that's the end of the effect. I really hope you enjoyed this. This is really something very simple with incredible guaranteed reactions that you will be able to do within minutes of practice. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time.